Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. This is zacktherussian and I swear you don't like Minecraft as much as Soviet architectures would like. Cause look, just look, everything is so freaking cute, guys. And today I'm gonna tell you everything I know about Soviet architecture, about buildings that I have in my hometown, and let's go. Actually, I had a friend from France who was studying in Moscow for some time, and the only question he got about architectures in Russia is why it's so freaking cute. Other builders do love Minecraft or something? Well, let's find out. So, let's start with Khrushchevka, the one that I have behind of myself. This kind of building is named after one of the most famous corn lovers of the USSR, which is Nikita Sergeyevich Khrushchev. Actually, Nikita Sergeyevich Khrushchev was the leader of the Soviet Union after the death of Stalin in 1953. After the death of Stalin, there was a big problem of accommodation for Soviet people, and Khrushchev decided to solve the problem. The decision that Khrushchev has found was really simple. Like, you build many buildings, they have to be really cheap, and you build it all over the country. So this is it. Speaking of the property of Soviet people, actually Soviet people didn't have any property because all buildings were owned by government. So the question was raised in Khrushchev's design and architecture elimination ordinance, where he said that we should not make any beautiful things on our buildings because it's really like high price, and we should make all those buildings cheaper. Elimination of excessive decor made building houses in 30% cheaper than it was before. In this Khrushchevka there are no elevators, ceilings are about like 2.5 meters high, and this is like little space for people to live. Well, basically this is typical Khrushchevka's playground, backyard. So there are some children playing, and actually there is some parking lot, some cars staying here, and there is nothing left except all those green things here. So yeah, this is a typical place where Russians and Soviet people used to live. Actually, not many things here, but still people live here for many years. Speaking of advantages and disadvantages of all those Khrushchevkas, well, the first one, it's really cheap to build them. This is why they are built all over Russia, like you can meet Khrushchevkas in any city of Russia. Secondly, if you want to build Khrushchevka, you will need about like 50 days just to build the whole house for, I don't know, many people to live. Speaking of disadvantages, Khrushchev wanted to create really cheap houses for Soviet people all over the country. Because of this, Soviet scientists started to experiment with different measurements that would show how much space people need inside of their Khrushchevka for home routines. For example, as scientists said, a Soviet woman would need around 500 steps to cook borscht, and a Soviet man would need 110 centimeters to dry off with a towel. Khrushchevka's was planned based on these measurements. So, disadvantages are, firstly, there is not enough space for people to live. For example, the flat that was designed for a family that includes 2 adults and 2 children had to be from 30 to 46 square meters, which is not enough. Secondly, ceilings in Khrushchevka are only about 2.5 meters high. And thirdly, bad soundproofing and thermal insulation, which is really important in Russian cold climate. Well, Khrushchevkas are the most popular houses in Russia. I suppose I would say about 60% of all buildings in Russia Khrushchevkas. Hey pretty, can I get your number? Oh gosh. Well, okay. Why? Oh, she's so sad. Actually, and look at the view. Some lady, and behind Khrushchevka. Yeah, I would be also sad if I had to stay here around Khrushchevka for the whole life. Yeah. So the next type of building, which are really popular in Russia, are Stalinkas. Actually, they are named after, as many of you already know, Iosif Vissarionovich Stalin. What I do love with all those Stalinkas is the freight work outside of the building and all those beautiful balconies, of course. We don't have such balconies in our Khrushchevkas. Most of the central streets of any Russian city are built in Stalinkas. There are Stalinkas all over all main streets of the city. How do you distinguish that the building is Stalinka? Well, they stand out from the whole grayness. Stalinkas have really beautiful stuccos on facade and really gorgeous balconies. Ceilings are around 3 meters high, so the whole building is higher than other 5-floor ones. Even though, you know, Stalinkas are built in 1940s and 1950s, and it's like 60 or 70 years old now, people still buy those buildings to live in. And there are some reasons for this. There is really much free space inside. The kitchens are huge if to compare with Khrushchevka's ones. Decent soundproofing and thermal insulation because the walls are thicker than in Khrushchevka. However, there are still no elevators for Soviet people. Well, there are two types of Stalinkas. The first one, which is behind of me, is made for people from the Communist Party or from their directions, for, you know, serious people, as Communist Party think. So there is no need to paint the walls on the inner side of those beautiful buildings. This is how our city administration thinks. Interesting. Well, a really cool Stalinka here, and actually there is a small monument that says, in this building in October 1938 lived the crew of the plane Rodina. So Valentina Gruzabudova and many others made like flight without landing from Moscow to the Far East, and then landed in Taiga. And some people were searching for them for like 19 or 20 days, and they found them and bring them to Komsomolsk-on-Amur to rest in this building. While Soviet people were waiting for communism to be achieved, they also asked for better conditions of living. This is how Brezhnevkas came in. Well, basically, Brezhnevka is a combination of Stalinka and Khrushchevka. It's like a combination of quality. It's not that good, not that bad, and the price is not that expensive and it's not that cheap. It's like in the middle. So Brezhnevka could be from 9 to 16 floors in total. They were built from 1964 till 1982. And there are many types of Brezhnevkas, many modifications. Finally, in Brezhnevka we get an elevator for Soviet people. Yes, this is progress, this is communism, as I would say. Well, actually, as Soviet medical experts, as Soviet scientists, they said that a healthy person can only climb like 5 floors, not 9 floors, as we have in Komsomolsk. Well, Pанелька or Brezhnevka is a symbol of Russian depressive architecture, but you can see that people in Russia are trying to do their best to make all those Brezhnevkas look really colorful and to make happy people around Brezhnevkas.
по России, не доеду до конца. Еду по России, не доеду до конца. Где панелька моего отца?
Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed Soviet architecture in our modern Russian cities. By the way, guys, I'm looking for students who want to learn Russian language with me. So if you're interested, just DM me in my Instagram, zacktherussian. Also, there is daily content about life in Russia and Russian language, so feel free to contact me, and bye.